Hello everyone, we're back with another amazing person that I was able to meet and talk a lot of things during the partner event here. This is Remy Fontanet,
Hi.
and please help me, Remy.
I'm the Solution Business Development Manager for Markem-Imaje.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I was really intrigued and of course motivated by your presentation. I was actually looking forward to this when I came here in Nice. It's about a major transformation that the world of product lifecycle management is going to undergo in the next couple of years. It's called GS1 Sunrise, or the transition from 1D to 2D barcodes. What does that mean actually?
So what you refer as the GS1 Sunrise 27 is actually the migration from 1D barcode, the famous UPC or EN13 that we can find on every single products.
Yeah.
In the retail industry, migration from this to 2D barcodes. 2D barcodes, and especially the QR code powered by GS1, that is a specific syntax that is there to share more information within reduced spaces, that is QR code or data matrix.
Yeah.
But what is great is that it will affect this sunrise, the retail industry with CPGs. But
Yes.
it may expand, and it will expand for sure to several other industries. There are several other local or global regulations that will require similar principles.
Printing, yeah, marketing.
And the principles are clear. We want to associate products and their own data sets.
Yeah.
And for that, we need a gateway. And this gateway would be a data carrier as a 2D barcode.
Yeah. So you mean like the normal 1D barcode versus the 2D. So the 2D is actually can contain more data into a very small space.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, this is the principle of 2D barcodes. It is the ability to encode, to embed larger data string in a reduced space.
And I know from what I heard so far and read about it that it's not like just an administrative regulation coming from some authority. It's just business-driven transformation because it actually requires it from the market itself.
You're perfectly right. Even if JS1 Digital Ink syntax may be already a solution to meet with some specific regulations, here I would like to refer to the European wine and spirit regulation, for instance. But I think it is a great way to see it. It is so powerful that even if it is not yet a regulation, it is already implemented in the retail, so that it will provide, and it is already providing a lot of benefits to the ones that are using it. And it is already the case in the retail industry with some retailers all around the world asking their own suppliers to implement it. So it is only the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. And then the word suppliers refers to our very good clients, the companies that are creating the product. So when we speak about clients in Bulgaria as well and other countries, for them it seems, of course, a new heavy transition that they need to undergo. But what does actually mean for the producer itself? Is he going to change anything in the way he actually produces?
It may be seen as a challenge, but at the end of the day, this is not a challenge. This is a great opportunity to rethink the whole process. The challenges and the impacts may be different depending on the starting points.
Okay.
The impacts may rely on three pillars. I like to remind always these three pillars. I would say the data management, the artwork, and the production line.
Yeah.
And the production line is where we come from, and this is why today we are talking more about solutions rather than products. It is because everything has to be interconnected.
Yes.
And we need to make sure that all of them are fully aligned to deliver this powerful solution that is connected products.
Yes, and I think from what I know is that, of course, there will be a couple of waves of this kind of transformation, and when it comes to the first wave, it's going to be, let's say, more of a pioneering the transformation, as you said. So brands, retailers, they're going to start doing this kind of usage of the 2D codes to see how, you know, the end user behaves, what is the data, how the data is actually behaving, how we are collecting this data. And then, of course, I think if it comes to the very practical transformation when it comes to the producer, on the manufacturer of the goods, first, you know, stage would be that their partners, the retailers, may start asking them to put this kind of 2D codes in the products, right? Mm-hmm. And then, of course, if it somehow turns into a regulation, then we have a dynamic data that we need to put into the product, and then the game changes a little, and it gets a little more complex, as far as I understand.
Yes, you're right. The journey, the implementation journey will be different to many different producers or customers. There is no unique solution. So, but I would say that the first ones to move into that direction will differentiate themselves from their own competition. And this is clear that the future of products is through the connected products, because the benefits are for not only for the consumer through the traceability or authenticity information we can get through the QR code, but the benefits are shared all around the ecosystem. Retailers, supply chain, brands, manufacturers, and for sure ourselves as a consumer.
Yeah, and going back again to our clients, when it comes to the change itself, you mentioned the artwork. So there are two types of ways that you're going to be able to apply this 2D code. It can be pre-printed as of now, so normally 1D codes are pre-printed on the packaging, but in the case of using 2D codes, this artwork can be optimized, because then there is a less space that you need to use. And eventually, and this is the big difference, eventually when regulations or just requirements from partners starts to require that the dynamic information is also embedded in the code, then we're speaking about marking on the line, right?
Yes, because it is a matter about availability of the data to be embedded into the QR code.
Yes.
So there are things that you can predict, you can anticipate, and there are things that you cannot. And here, as at the same time, this very same information will be available only at the time of the production. It is also the same information that will provide the value, provide the benefits.
Yes.
And at the same time, those are information that are to be carried by the product itself, meaning accessible only through the scan without relying on cloud-based information. It means information, variable information, have to be carried by the product itself, meaning printing online of the QR code.
And so far as I know, Markem-Imaje hardware, so the machines are pretty good equipped with this kind of opportunities. And when we speak about the way that you will design the QR code in order to embed the digital link, and I would love to hear you what is actually the benefits and what is the digital link within the code, and of course the dynamic data that will be pulled out from, you know, if it's today, you know, lot number, date and time of production, and so on and so on. So we are pretty equipped on that.
Yes, so the hardware part for end-to-end solution is one thing, but I like to see it as a whole solution, end-to-end solution, with our solution platform or software platform that is called Colos. You have to see that as a backbone where you can add some modules. This is a modular and scalable solution, so that you may start small and make it growing all along your implementation journey. And what is great is through this Colos, we guarantee full compliance.
Yes.
Full compliance, and here compliance will matter at the time of the QR code generation, matter of syntax, but it will also matter at the time of the production line, when we will be able to, within the same platform, as only one product, provide full compliance or guarantee the full compliance of our codes that we have just printed.
Yes.
And we check that it is what was supposed to be printed.
Exactly.
So this is a very great way to embark into this journey with this colors solution.
Yeah, and we're speaking about the benefits for the end user, for the retailer, but there are benefits as well for the manufacturer.
Yes. Yes, because once you start this journey by implementing the Colors platform into your production lines, you will be able to interface your production line with any kind of devices at the production line level, but also at upper level
Yes.
with an enterprise integration with ERP, MES, what's on, and to connect with some cloud-based system. So this is a great way. And
Yeah.
here, from that point, we are also able to deliver some savings all along the production line,
Yeah.
not only at the time of the primary packaging, but at the case coding and the pallets. And here, this is what I call the modular approach and the scalable approach of this platform, because we can achieve a lot of savings.
Yes.
And here, by delivering these savings, we are becoming a great player, an enabler into this transition. Because at the end of the day, it will, and especially without any regulations,
Yes.
this will be a matter of ROI. And here, it is always seen as a cost, big cost to implement. But if we control the implementation cost by involving us at the early stage of the implementation journey, and if we deliver some savings by the full implementation of our end-to-end solution, the ROI will
Yes.
change significantly.
Totally agree. And some practical things, I think it's very important to mention this for, in regards to our partners and clients. There was, the time now is that the manufacturer itself, he doesn't have a real direct connection to the end user. We now know that, Markem-Imaje has developed and is owning solutions, cloud-based solutions that are sitting on top of Colors, and they can give you the ability, first of all, to manage this digital link code. So you can, this digital link can, the URL can lead sometimes to one information, sometimes to other information. And also very important, the scans that people are going to do in retail stores, they can be also information accessible directly by the manufacturer. And the third thing that I know is claims, not claims, but managing the recalls. Exactly. So this is something that when we speak about, potential clients in Bulgaria as well, they're seeing this is a very valuable point for them.
Yeah, you're touching a very good point. So, as I said, there are benefits for the full ecosystem.
Yeah.
For brands as well, for manufacturers and for consumers. Here you are pointing out one part of our end-to-end solution, that is how to use the data that we have just collected.
Yes.
The way I see it is that we have data collection and data usage. And we have this Blue Byte solution within our end-to-end solution that is there to make this happen, to make it visible. All of these applications coming from all of the data we collected and put into a certain way, we will use it through the Blue Byte. So it will be consumer experience for a better engagement of the customers, leading to moving from a third-party data to a single-party data, stuff like that. So for brands, we will be able to collect some more information, some more customer insights, and this is everything brands are looking for. But we will be also able to implement some anti-counterfeiting solution, anti-diversion solutions.
Brand protection solution.
Brand protection, exactly. And here, this is a way to benefit. Again, whoever we are part of this ecosystem to benefit from this transition to Barcodes.
And the good thing is, and I think we can share at the end of our conversation this kind of message, is that because when people are looking at this and when they're reading, I think the first reaction will be, where should I start? Oh, it's it's total chaos now. What should I do? Of course, our clients, they're saying, if it's a regulation, I will do it. But if it's not, I will wait for something to happen. But the good thing is that, as you mentioned, Markem-Imaje and its partners, they are ready to provide the whole journey every step of the way, as a consulting, as someone that will give you the whole solution, not just the part of the system or the setup that brings the codes into the product, but actually the whole journey.
Yes, you are right, and this journey should start as soon as possible.
Yes,
because it is possibly a lot of changes, and this is a company decision to move into such transition, because it will affect all of the company business units or departments.
Exactly.
Not only the marketing, but the supply chain, but the packaging, the manufacturing, everywhere. So this is a company decision, so we know that this type of project takes time. So there is no regulation behind right now, but it is coming. We can here refer to the European DPP, for instance.
It's connected with the DPP, yeah.
The same principle will apply,
Yes.
so this would be the very same thing. So I would say there are several things to anticipate, to be aware of for taking the right decision. So it's better to collect some information right now, so that we are proactive, anticipating, rather than being in a reactive mode once it is too late already. Again, this is a way to control the cost, to differentiate from competition, and we are here to support our customer base for sure, and happy to be introduced to some new prospects.
Of course.
If we can make the difference, happy.
Yeah, and I would say, just to wrap it up, from the side of the client, so yes, okay, I know already that this is coming. It will not go away like normally people are saying, oh, they're planning some regulations, but they will, postpone it. It's a business-driven transformation that is already undergoing. A lot of international, multinational brands are already implementing this kind of change. So first thing is to say, okay, I need to do something. Second thing is to say, okay, I need to be, someone needs to help me to evaluate my current ecosystem. What are, let's say, what is the install base currently of printers? What is the software readiness that I have? Even the knowledge within my team, what is it? So we can help with this. And then next step is going to plan small steps, but incremental steps in the way that this is going to transform my company. Maybe start firstly with pre-printed 2D codes, and then move to dynamic printing, something like that.
Perfectly right. Happy to see that these 2-day workshops are fruitful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Remy.
Good job.
And this is not stopping. Okay, but I will stop it.
You will cut it?